personally, I know how difficult it is to be able to go after something with all your might, right? Go after something with everything that you have, and then to be able to fall short, and despite giving it your all, it just wasn't enough. And the hardest thing for me to do ever, literally, was to be able to accept the fact that sometimes giving your best isn't enough, and trying your best isn't enough. When we're trying to go, if you're like ambitious like me, and you're trying to go after big lofty goals that you don't even know if you can achieve, it gives you a sense of purpose and direction in life, and it does fulfill you to a certain extent, but I can also admit to feeling very anxious many times, more often than not actually. It can spark your anxiety to the point where you're just stressing about so many factors that are, whether they're in your control, outside your control. Stress and adversity come along with chasing ambitious and lofty goals. And it just brings me to the point that I don't even know what the point of going after a certain dream result is anymore. I don't even know the point of pursuing a dream anymore, because if you really think about it, you don't want what you say you want. Stay with me here. You don't want the dream that you say you want. You don't want this car. You don't want this job promotion. You don't want this watch. You don't want this or that. All you really do want is the way that it makes you feel. The status that it gives you, the influence that it might give you. Do you really want it? Do you really want what you say you want, or do you want other people to see that you have it? And that question really stuck with me, because a lot of times it is so easy to fall into the trap, especially in this day and age with social media, to be able to just ask yourself, like, you don't even think about it. All these desires that you have swirling in your head, all these things that you tell yourself you want, do you want other people to see that you have it? Because a lot of times that's the case. A lot of times I just want to see other people that I have this thing. And that's why I go and sacrifice and work hard for it. But that's not the reason why we should be living our lives, to show other people that we could obtain something, that we can sacrifice our own time and energy to be able to achieve something that hopefully will hopefully evoke some kind of reaction you're hoping from other people, right? You're hoping to have some kind of positive reinforcement from other people. But when you base what you want on the positive reinforcement, or the desire for positive reinforcement from other people, you don't realize you're just giving up your own life for the sake of others and what you think they want from you, not even what you know they want from you. And I think that's just a way to live the most inauthentic life possible, to be able to sacrifice what you really want for what you think you want. And a lot of times what we think we want is what we put as our main focus, because we constantly imagine scenarios that are so motivated by other people seeing us have a certain thing, right? Let's say I'm working so hard to make $1,000 so I can buy this really cool shirt and this really cool outfit, and I want, I don't really want it for myself, do I? All these material possessions that are I don't want to say, a lot of the desires that we have in this life, the cars, the private jets, become a millionaire, whatever you want, I don't care. A lot of it is desires that have been put into you from social media, or from other people, or from you imagining other people seeing you have a certain thing. And I think that is very dangerous, because it is so easy to be able to sell your soul for something that you don't really even want. And don't get me wrong, you can want it, and you can want it bad, but the question is, why do you even want it? Is it for the short-term gratification of other people seeing you have it, or is it for true fulfillment? Because a lot of times, I can't say confidently, even for me, I'm pursuing things because it grants me fulfillment, right? Because if something truly does grant you fulfillment, a lot of times it's going to grant you fulfillment within the process of achieving it as well, not just from the end result, right? The man who loves to walk will end up walking further than the man who loves the destination. That's just a simple fact of life. And so if you take that into account, then what grants you true fulfillment, right? Is it the walk, or are you just walking for the destination? Because if you're just walking for the destination, you're going to end up wanting it faster and faster. You're not going to be able to wait for it. That's going to take a toll on you. You're going to want to run toward it. You're going to want to sprint toward it. And when you're not even halfway through, you're going to burn out, and you're going to gas out. And the man who walks, like the hare and the turtle, that story, slow and steady wins the race. Because when you're slow and steady and actually enjoying the process, you know why you're doing this, because it's granting you fulfillment, rather than just the end point granting you instant gratification, right? So it's really your choice. You can dedicate your life to these two things. It doesn't really matter. But actually, what am I saying? It does matter, but it is your choice. And I would say 99% of humanity is dedicating their entire life to pursuing inauthentic desires that have been placed into them, whether as a child or through social media, or whether they want other people to see that they have something. And I just think it's so stupid, because it is not only a lack of awareness that is selling your soul for something you don't even want, but the fact that you could be pursuing with all that energy you're using to something and chasing something that you actually do want, and something that could actually fulfill you, and it's being wasted on something that is doing the complete opposite. Is such a waste. It's such a waste. And I don't want that for you. So how do we discover what really are our authentic desires? So what is our authentic desires? How do we find that, right? That's the most important question. Well, you got to take a look at a lot of things. But what I would sum it up as, if I could sum it up into one word, it would be purpose. What is purpose? Well, obviously you know how purpose works. Purpose works like an onion. We reach our first layer of purpose. It could be something like graduating high school, getting a college degree, something baseline. And then at the core of all these layers, as you peel each and every layer back, it'll be like transcendence, finding God or something. Typically, our purpose works in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It starts with like fundamental biological needs, all the way to like relationships, and then final fulfillment, and then like self-actualization. Like you actually discover like God and who you are and your reason for living and the truth about the universe, all that. But it starts at this baseline level. And until you get through this baseline level, you can never ascend past that. So let's say you're in a war-torn country and you're just trying to survive, right? You don't have clothes, you don't have food on the table. Your entire life will be dedicated to finding your biological needs and meeting those needs. Otherwise, you won't be able to move past that, right? You don't even have a toilet? Okay, that's your problem. But once you... Oh my gosh, it's pouring. That just happened in the last like 5 seconds. Oh my, can you see that? Oh my gosh, how am I gonna go home? That's crazy. Okay, back to the point. Not only, okay, your authentic desires and inauthentic desires are important for you to take into account, but even at that, it's like if you're going after some ambition, if it's not even like enough, you gave it your all and you haven't even been able to reach it, and you can't ever be able to reach it, that's just so demoralizing. Don't you understand? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's why I'm saying the difference between inauthentic and authentic desires are so important, because the man who loves to walk will walk for the sake of walking. And because he loves to walk, he will walk further than the destination. But if you are walking for the destination, and for the sake of the destination alone, you don't give a damn about the walk. But you're missing the opportunity to be able to learn and grow and appreciate the walk. Right? So might as well choose the path to walk that will actually grant you fulfillment, rather than the destination that will grant you fulfillment, because there's a chance that you can fail at both. But the man who chose the path of fulfillment will learn and become and evolve through the process of walking to the destination, even if he didn't reach it, even if he gave it his all and he didn't reach it, guess what? He became a new man. The path built him into a new, better man. But the man who just walked like for the destination, he rushed through the path, didn't learn the lessons necessary to be able to progress and actually walk the path and enjoy it, because all he was walking was at like the destination, right? He missed out on all the learning opportunities, all the people he could have met along the path. He rushed past all the villages, all the side quests, all the things that he could have explored and seen and like done and learned from. And so he stayed the same man. So if you're going to pursue ambition, if you're going to pursue something great in life, if you want greatness in life, bro, just for my sake, please, like, pursue something that is authentic and not something someone else told you to do, something someone else may want you to do, something that you want other people to see you have. Make sure you do it for you, and because it is your first purpose layer, or because it is whatever layer of purpose you're on. I'm on my first layer of purpose. I'm 17. I have no clue what the hell I'm doing in life. But whatever you do it for a purpose, not the destination. And remember, the man who loves the walk will walk further than the man who loves the destination. And it is possible to fail despite giving your all in whatever path that you take. And the man who walked the walk for the sake of it will come out on the other side, despite whether he reaches the destination or not. He'll come out a better man than the man who just walked for the destination. because he actually walked and learned from every step he took, rather than the man who walked for the destination, who was running, who missed out on every single learning opportunity, missed out on the enjoyment, the fulfillment of taking every step toward the destination. So I want to leave you with that today. If you want to hear more from a 17-year-old trying to figure out life, subscribe. It's a win-win for both of us. As always, get after it. Love you, bro. Take care.